Ezelle from the upcoming. Lovely to speak to you. So, congratulations on this film as well. And again, very busy for you. Can you tell us what it was about the script from Sarah Polley that made you want to climb on board and be a part of the storytelling?
It was such a tight script. Like Sarah's script was, I flew through it. It's kind of hard to put your finger on. Like it's a sort of comedy, drama, slightly, without giving anything away. I'm reticent to say the next genre that it could be, but it's so many things, and it so eloquently pulls apart this puzzle of questions of nature versus nurture, of parenting, of ego, of ambition, of art, and it just, it deals with all of those subjects so eloquently. I wanted to be a cog within that bigger sort of machine and exploring all of that.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character? How are you prepared to play that?
Jamie is the younger of the two elder sons from the first relationship between Bill and Imelda, or Andrew and Isabel. And he's a realist, he's a pragmatist. I say, like, when the split happened, he got raised by his mum. And so what was nice about him is he's actually pretty emotionally sound. I think he's pretty screwed on, he's whip smart, and he's a bit of a cynic, and probably has witnessed a lot of the emotional kind of tumult that his father has caused, but been affected potentially the least, I'd say. Is in a way maybe the most screwed on. And that was lovely to play someone who has been in fraught situations, but actually is pretty clear in himself. So it was a pleasure.
And what's it like working with such a brilliant ensemble cast? I mean, Bill Nighy, Imelda Staunton, but obviously with Imelda, she really does kind of change the dynamics between you and your brother when she comes into it. So what was that like working with her?
She's amazing. Like, I don't really know. She is so brilliant and so accurate as well. She's so much fun to be around, but she is so prepped and so necessary in the choices that she makes. And she's always a kind of real grounding force in, like, making sure we're being accurate with what we're doing within the scene. And that's not necessarily like line by line, but actually what's the scene about? Is it true to the character? Is it true to the beat within the story that we're telling? She's a master. She's a proper master. So it was just, it was just wonderful to be around her, to work alongside her, with her, and she's lovely as well. So yeah.
And what about working with Pablo in the seat as director? I mean, I think he sort of gave you and Johnny a little room for improv with making the character your own. Did you feel that yourself?
Yeah, what was amazing about Pablo is he kind of really brought us into the process of even making certain changes about the character. Certain questions that I had early on were sort of fundamental about a direction that Jamie could take. And as we answered that, certain changes kind of were made to consolidate that interpretation, that road that we wanted to go down with the character. So in that sense of sort of being very prepped beforehand, it was lovely to be brought into the fold. And then in the doing of it, he's so spontaneous. There's a fair amount of improv. Sometimes we were pulling scenes. We were there to film one scene and go, actually, I think we're going to continue into the next scene, and we'll link them, or we'll just run the cameras all the way through. So there was a real sort of fluidity and spontaneity to how he worked. And that was just, he also loves loads of options as well, in terms of, he was an editor before directing, I believe. And so you never feel like you've left a stone unturned in terms of each day he wants to find like loads of interpretations of the scene, so that in the edit he can build, the version that he wants.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that with me. Congratulations. Cheers. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
See you again soon. Yes.